A man who knows his value never fears a woman's options. That's the hard truth most men don't want to hear, my friends. You've probably been told that if a woman has too many choices, you should either fight harder to stand out or simply give up because you'll never be good enough. But let me break the lie right now. Options don't guarantee attraction. Options don't guarantee love. And options don't guarantee desire. What actually makes a woman want you, even when she has plenty of men lined up, is something deeper, something most guys never tap into. See, folks, society has sold you a weak story. They tell you if she has other guys around, you've got to compete. You've got to be louder, funnier, richer, flashier. But let's be honest, that's the mindset of desperation, and desperation never wins. Think about it. If you saw a man running after a bus that already drove past, flailing his arms, sweating, yelling, would you think, wow, that's attractive? No, you'd think, man, that bus isn't coming back, and he's embarrassing himself. Chasing harder never changes the direction of the bus, and chasing harder never makes a woman suddenly crave you. My friends, here's the wake-up call. Women don't miss men because they need them. They miss men because those men carry a presence so strong, so rare, that it lingers even when they're gone. It's not about being available all the time, it's about being unforgettable. Options only matter to men who don't know their worth. When you know your worth, her options look like noise, distractions, background static. You stand like a diamond among pebbles. You don't have to beg anyone to notice a diamond. You don't have to explain its shine. You don't have to convince someone it's valuable. Its rarity speaks for itself, and that's exactly how you need to start carrying yourself. Let me break another lie for you. Most men think if they show loyalty right away, if they prove they're better than the rest, she'll respect that. But in female psychology, the opposite happens. When you show up too available, too desperate to be chosen, you lose the very thing that makes you stand out, your value. Folks, no one craves what they can get for free every single day. No one. If someone handed you free food all the time, you'd stop wanting it. But if it suddenly disappeared, you'd crave it more than ever. Women don't miss the men who chase them. They miss the men who create silence, space, and mystery. And here's something powerful to remember. Confidence is more addictive than love. Think about that. Love might make her smile for a moment, but confidence is what keeps her thinking about you at night. Confidence is what makes her scroll through her phone, wondering where you are, what you're doing, and why you're not chasing her like the others. When you carry yourself with self-respect, when you show that your life is bigger than her attention, that's when she starts to feel your absence. That's when she starts to want you. So don't fear her options. Don't compete with them. Competing for attention is for men who have nothing else going on. You are not here to beg for a seat at the table. You are the table. You are the standard. And when you live like that, even a woman surrounded by men will find herself drawn to you, wondering why your presence feels different, why your silence feels louder than their noise. My friends, today we're going to break every lie you've been told about attraction. By the end of this, you'll see that making any woman want you, even if she has more options than you can count, isn't about tricks or games. It's about shifting how you see yourself. And when that changes, everything else changes. So write this in the comments right now. I am the standard. Show yourself, show the world, show every woman watching your energy that you are not afraid of options. You rise above them. Press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay with me, because what comes next is going to flip your entire perspective. Affirm it with me, folks. I am the standard. Number 1, scarcity versus value. Why options don't matter. A man who knows his worth doesn't fear being replaced because he cannot be replaced. That's the truth, folks, and it stings because most men live in the shadow of fear. You see a woman surrounded by choices, likes, comments, DMs, guys waiting in line, and instantly you think, why would she ever want me? That fear poisons your confidence before you even step into the game. But let's clear this up right now. Having options doesn't make her happier, it doesn't make her fulfilled, and it doesn't mean she'll choose the best. Options only overwhelm her. Value is what she craves. Think of it like this. Imagine walking into a store where there are 50 pairs of cheap shoes on the rack. You don't feel excited, you don't feel pulled, but the moment you see one rare handcrafted pair behind glass, you stop, you stare, you think about it long after you leave the store. That's how women view men. It's not about how many there are, it's about which one carries undeniable value. Here's the lie. You've been told to compete, to try harder, to outshine the rest. But competition is for the desperate. A man of value doesn't need to fight. He doesn't prove himself. He simply is. And that's exactly why she feels the pull, because you're not like the rest. So rise above the fear. Stop seeing her options as threats. They're just noise. Diamonds don't scream to outshine glass. They shine effortlessly. Write this in the comments right now. I cannot be replaced. Show yourself, show the world, and show her. And stay with me, because next, I'm going to reveal why chasing her is the fastest way to kill her attraction. Number 2, stop competing, start attracting. The moment you compete for her attention, you've already told her you're beneath her. That's a hard pill to swallow, my friends, but it's the truth most men refuse to face. Society tells you, if she has options, fight harder, be louder, be funnier, prove you're better than the rest. But here's the problem. When you compete, you're playing on her terms. You're showing her that she is the prize and you're just one of the contestants hoping to win. And no man with real value ever begs for a trophy. Think about a king. Does a king step down from his throne to wrestle peasants for scraps? No, he sits on his throne, unshaken, and people fight to earn his approval. That's the difference between a man who competes and a man who attracts. The competitor bends, the prize stands tall. Here's the lie you've been living with, that the louder you are, the faster she'll notice you. But in female psychology, it's the opposite. The man who fights the least is noticed the most. Why? Because he shows he doesn't need her attention to validate him. And that quiet confidence is magnetic. So stop running her race. Stop playing her game. The moment you step out of the competition, you stand above it. And that's when she starts to notice you differently. Not as one of many, but as the one who doesn't need to try. Write this in the comments right now. I don't compete, I attract. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that you are not here to beg. You are here to choose. And stay with me, because up next I'll show you why silence speaks louder than 1,000 texts and how it makes her crave you more than attention ever could. Number 3, the power of silent presence. Sometimes the loudest thing you can say is nothing at all. Let that sink in, folks. Most men believe the way to win a woman is through constant words. Good morning texts, endless check-ins, long messages at night. They think availability equals attraction, but here's the brutal truth. The more noise you make, the less she values your voice. Silence has more weight than 1,000 words. Picture this. If a song played on repeat all day long, would you still feel excited hearing it? No, you'd tune it out. But if that same song only came on once in a while, you'd lean in, savor it, and wait for it again. That's what silence does. It turns your presence into a rare melody she doesn't want to stop hearing. Here's the lie you've been fed. If you're always there, she'll see your loyalty. But women don't miss what they already have too much of. When you're constantly flooding her phone, you remove the tension, the curiosity, the space where desire grows. But when you pull back, when you create silence, suddenly she starts asking, where is he? What is he doing? Who has his attention? That wondering is the spark that makes her think of you even when you're not around. So stop panicking when she replies late or short. Don't double your effort. Step back. Let your silence speak. Because in female psychology, curiosity is more powerful than consistency. Write this in the comments right now. My silence is power. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that you don't need to be loud to be remembered. And stay with me, because next I'll reveal the secret that makes you unforgettable. Why mystery beats honesty every single time when it comes to attraction. Number 4, mystery makes you magnetic. It's not what you say that makes her want you, it's what you don't. That's the truth most men never understand, my friends. We're taught that honesty is the best policy, that if you open up fully, share every detail, every thought, every plan, she'll feel closer to you. But here's the problem. Too much honesty too soon doesn't create attraction, it kills it. Because attraction isn't built on logic, it's built on curiosity. Think about your favorite movie. If the opening scene spoiled the ending, would you still be hooked? No, you'd lose interest. What keeps you glued is the suspense, the unknown, the pieces you don't yet understand. That's the same with female psychology. When she doesn't fully know you, she wonders. When she wonders, she thinks. And when she thinks, she invests emotionally. Here's the lie you've believed. If I tell her everything, she'll trust me more. Wrong. What actually happens is you become predictable, boring, and forgettable. The men women chase are not the ones who lay every card on the table. They're the ones who hold a little back, who let her imagination do the heavy lifting. And trust me, her imagination can make you far more magnetic than your explanations ever could. So don't overshare, don't over-explain. Leave space for curiosity, because mystery forces her to lean in while honesty too soon makes her lean back. Write this in the comments right now. Mystery is my power. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that attraction is fueled by curiosity, not clarity. And stay with me, because next I'll uncover why confidence, not love, is the real force that women find absolutely irresistible. Number 5, confidence over comfort. Love without confidence is dependency, and dependency kills attraction. That's a raw truth most men don't want to face, my friends. You've been told that if you just love her enough, if you're caring, sweet, and always available, she'll want you more. But let's be honest, that doesn't spark desire. Women aren't drawn first to love. They're drawn to confidence, because confidence is the invisible force that makes her stop, notice, and crave. Think about it. How many times have you seen a woman choose the guy who wasn't the richest, the best looking, or even the kindest, but he carried himself like he belonged wherever he went? That wasn't an accident. That was confidence. True confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't beg. It doesn't bend just to be liked. True confidence is quiet, steady, and unshakable. Here's the lie you've been sold. If I give her everything, she'll give me love back. Wrong. What she feels instead is pressure, neediness, and weakness. And weakness never creates attraction. The men who get remembered are the ones who don't fold under pressure, who don't chase approval, who can walk away if they're not respected. That kind of confidence isn't comfort, it's power. So stop confusing love with attraction. Love without confidence is just fear wearing a mask. What she truly wants is a man who believes in himself so much that she can believe in him too. Write this in the comments right now. Confidence is my power. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that self-belief is more addictive than love. And stay with me, because next we'll dive into one of the hardest truths of all, why detachment is the secret weapon that makes men unforgettable. Number 6, detach to dominate. The man who can walk away holds the real power. That's the lesson most men refuse to learn, folks. You've been told that holding on tighter shows love, that proving you'll never leave will make her feel secure. But here's the harsh truth. Clinging doesn't create desire. It creates comfort, and comfort kills attraction. A woman doesn't chase the man who makes himself permanently available. She chases the man who shows he could leave at any moment because his world is bigger than her. Think about it this way. A bird only flies free when you open your hand. If you grip too tightly, you don't keep it. You crush it. That's what happens when you cling to a woman out of fear. You're not protecting love. You're suffocating it. But when you detach, when you show her that your happiness isn't chained to her presence, she feels something stronger than comfort. She feels respect. Here's the lie you've believed. If I prove I'll never leave, she'll never leave me. Wrong. What that actually tells her is you have no options, no strength, no self-respect. But when you show you can walk away, when you prove through action that you're not afraid of loss, suddenly you become unforgettable. Because detachment signals abundance, strength, and choice, the very things female psychology craves the most. So remember, real power isn't in holding tighter. It's in letting go without fear. Write this in the comments right now. I can walk away. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that freedom is more attractive than fear. And stay with me, because next we'll uncover the most powerful trigger of all, why making her think she's losing you flips her entire psychology. Number 7, make her imagine losing you. People don't value what they're guaranteed. They value what they could lose. That truth cuts deep, my friends. Men think if they prove they'll always be there, she'll finally appreciate them. But here's the reality. When you make yourself permanent in her life, she stops noticing your presence. Because the human mind doesn't crave certainty. It craves scarcity. A woman doesn't start missing you until she feels she might lose you. Picture this. You're drinking water every day. It's always there, always available. You don't think about it much. But if you were stranded in the desert, suddenly that same water becomes priceless. That's how your presence works. When you're too available, she takes you for granted. But the moment she feels your energy shift, when she senses your focus isn't just on her anymore, something stirs inside her. Fear, curiosity, desire. She starts asking, what if he's moving on? What if another woman has his attention? What if I've lost my chance? That fear rewires her entire psychology. Here's the lie you've been told. Consistency proves love. But what it actually proves when given too early is weakness. Women don't chase guarantees, they chase the risk of missing out. And when you show her through your actions, not games, not manipulation, but genuine self-respect, that you will not wait forever, that's when her mind flips. So remember, my friends, value is not in being permanent. Value is in being willing to leave. Write this in the comments right now. I am not a guarantee. Show yourself, show the world, and remind yourself that your absence can be more powerful than your presence. And stay with me because in the final section, I'll reveal the ultimate truth. Why you must see yourself as the standard, the prize, the man she cannot replace. My friends, now it's your turn. If this message hit you, if it opened your eyes to the truth about attraction and self-worth, then don't just sit quietly. Show it. Drop your affirmation in the comments right now. I am the standard. Let the world see it. Let yourself see it. Because the moment you declare it, you start living it. And if you found real value here, press that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it, because we're building a community of men who don't beg for attention, who don't chase approval. We build respect, we build power, we build presence. Remember this, women don't miss men because they need them. They miss the men who are unforgettable. And you, my friends, were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. Stay strong, stay rare, stay the standard.